Welcome back, everyone. So the third POI on our agenda is the Brothers Theater. So we did Bob's Cafe last time, and the Working Stiff before that. And yeah, this should be kind of fun. Now, I did notice, yeah, we actually have a lot of repairs to the POI this time. This one actually has damaged blocks, so we're going to have to replace those, get it all nice and spiffy. Thankfully, the lawn and gardening aspect of it has been mostly done already. So that's going to save some time. But we do need to go around and get all this repaired. And then as far as inside... Here, let's go this way. It's actually a pretty cool POI. I thought about having a base here many, many times. Or at least a Horde Knight. Try to get them to come in the center and just rain hell down on top of them. But, you know, never got around to that. But the more I was looking at it, I don't know why it's called the Brothers Theater. Mostly because it just doesn't feel like a theater. This is a bar. So if anything, this could be more of a nightclub than anything. But in Hub City, there should be 2 of every POI. So there should be another Brothers Theater somewhere in this damn in this city. I don't know. So what I've been thinking about is, because I don't want to do the same POI in the same style twice, I want to vary it up. And the more I was looking at this POI, the more I realized maybe I'll turn this one into a nightclub, and then the next one we find, we'll actually turn that into kind of like a theater stage. We'll have to do a lot of renovation and all that, but, you know. But in this case, I think we're going to do this into a nightclub. We'll end up having to change the name of the place, but that's fine. I'll think of something, you know. But if you've never been in here, of course, you know, obviously we got to clean up all this crap. And then a quick look at everything. We have a kitchen. We got a back room for performers, which I did clean up some of the debris already. Figured while I was looking around real quick and evaluating the situation, you know, take advantage of it. We come over here. We got our bathrooms. These will be single bathrooms. The bad thing with the plates is this, because, you know, even though it's a plate, it still counts as a full block. So that looks really awkward in my mind. So we're going to have to change these into single bathrooms. Which, again, fine. We do have 2 bars, so we might have to change that up a little bit, make it more modern. And then probably, obviously, we'll change some of the booths. Maybe not the seating, obviously, because those at least are nice. But this countertop crap. Ugh. And then if we come upstairs, we have additional booths up here. So it is a nightclub, but, you know. Although if I turn it into a nightclub, maybe we'll try to do something like a dance floor right there. That would actually make sense, wouldn't it? And then we have a bar down that way. People can come up here and chill. All that wonderful good stuff. Order food, snacks. Of course, there is a manager office over here. So we're going to have to modify that as well. And then, obviously, same as that. Wow, look how lit that is. Now the sun must be coming through. Too bad the lighting wasn't always consistent in this game. Then maybe I wouldn't need to kill my game with lights half the time. And even a DJ booth. For effects and everything. So yeah, we're definitely gonna do some stuff. Then again, we don't even need a stage if I have a DJ booth. Now turn this into a damn dance platform. Nah, we still want to be able to hold live performers. And then looking at this crap, even though it's going to be a nightclub, so it's going to be, you know, you would think it'd be packed in a sense and blah, 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 and you'll have lines, but I don't think we need this many damn lines. I mean, this is ridiculous. Now, if Zeds would actually follow this pattern, then that would be, you know, pretty badass. But they're too stupid, and they would just sit here and jump for 30 minutes, sorry. Let's see. Oh, and then the ticket booth, which will obviously change up a little bit in here as well. And I accidentally took out a block. But everything's going to get replaced anyway. Now, if I turn it into a nightclub, I'm tempted to change the blocks. Which would mean a massive, massive overhaul. I mean, you're looking at different blocks. So instead of just repairing it, yeah. Of course, that's where I would use the black blocks, the cream blocks. The bad thing is with those blocks, I don't have the different angles, so I couldn't do that, you know, fancy little design on the corners like that. I don't know. I'm going to have to give it a little bit of thought. But in the meantime, obviously I need to, I still need to go around and do all that, even on some of the spots over there. But I do need to get all this done, clean out the Brothers Theater, and just get it prepped for what we're going to do while I'm thinking about that. So give me a couple minutes. Oh, and thankfully, because I've been doing all this on the other POIs, yeah, we ain't got to worry about the lawn and garden, really on any of it. We just got to figure out parking. And I think that's going to be the biggest issue, because I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do for parking. And I mean, we still got to figure out what the hell we're going to do with that. I don't want that to be residential, not when you have that. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to convert that into. But we will get there when we get there. That'll be an interesting build, I think. So enough of my rambling. Let me go ahead and get started. And, yeah. See you in a little bit. Okay, many days have passed. But, here we are. Da-da-da-da! Club ZARI. Oh, yeah. A lot of work went into this bad boy. Whew. So, as you can see, I made sure I replaced the edges with steel reinforced upgrade. Obviously, we replaced the blocks with those drop ceiling blocks, and then the cream blocks in the center. Of course, our marquee, pretty much, since we can't really put nothing on the sides. I mean, it just doesn't work that way. But, you know, featuring some bands that are surviving the apocalypse. So you got Rob Zombie, and then the zombies, actually. So, yeah, a little bit of variety. And then, for lighting reasons, yeah, I ended up putting spotlights over here, just to illuminate it all. I was trying some things, but it just didn't work out the way I wanted. But you can see we got plenty of parking, though. Even all the way on this side over here. But this has been modified quite heavily. Now, the bad thing is this little centerpiece right here, those windows actually don't go to anything. It's a solid block behind it. So I was going to change it up, but the more I thought about it, I kind of like the aesthetic of it. So it's like, okay, we'll just leave that as a centerpiece. Yeah, it is what it is. And then, yeah, because I go overboard, right? So yeah, the edges, like I said, they're all steel reinforced upgrade. All of them. And then I even added windows. Because if you go inside the Brothers Theater, the windows are on this pole. And they actually don't lead out. So you go inside and you got these, I don't know, like the industrial glass and all that. But they don't really function. So I just went back and actually put in some windows on both sides. Just to give it a little bit more brightness inside. And knock on wood, I have all the lights on right now. And it hasn't crashed. So, we'll find out, you know. But, as I often do, we then added a little bit more to it. As you can see, I actually reduced the trees on Bob's Cafe. I really probably should have put another tree right there now I'm thinking about it. But, it's alright. turn those on. Yeah, I like how I love those blocks just for the silver look to it. Then, of course, clashing with black. I love that. So I think that looks actually pretty good. Here, let's see. That lights it up a little bit better. Yeah, somewhat. And you can see the lights on the side. Alright, let's get our ass inside. So, of course, you know, got up here. Got our little ticket area right here. Yeah, nice and professional. I did go ahead and reinstall these. Of course, not the extreme of what it was, but, you know, just enough. Then, of course, my bouncer has a seat right there. All that wonderful good stuff. But let's go inside. Now, obviously, it could be a little bit brighter, but it suffices for what it is, because it is a nightclub down here. Now, there is even a small little booth over there. As you can see, the bars, you know, nice and neat. And then a couple booths over here. Of course, you can't really see the seating, but, you know, again, it is a club. And mirror image over here. You know, another bar over here. But this bar is linked to the kitchen, so, you know, tasty snacks and all that. Then, of course, we do have our center stage. Security reasons for our talent that's performing. And look at our dance floor right here. I put the blue blocks underneath it just to give it a little bit of a color. And then, of course, shower blocks in between to give it a little bit more flair. Now, if I could have, I would have put lights under there. That way it would illuminate it a lot more. But, yeah, the game would explode if I tried to do that. Yeah, I think that pretty good little performance area. And then even a DJ booth over here. Yep, so I left that here. I didn't give him a chair. I guess I feel kind of bad about that. Hang on. Man, that's kind of shitty of me, ain't it? What kind of boss am I? There we go. There, now he's got a chair. But any, like, sound effects and all that shit that needs to get played. And then, of course, security is important. So, you know, vault doors. You know. It's a lot of dukes that come in through. And I guess before we get back there, let's go ahead and upstairs. Now, this side is a little bit more, I don't want to say residential. More like the eating area. You know. Might be a nightclub, but there's still a nice place to get, you know, some food and all that. And the lights really do work pretty good in here. I should have took a picture of it before, without the windows, because it was a little bit darker. And of course, when I first came through here, it was actually foggy, so it had a musky feel to it. It was actually pretty cool. But yeah, you know, I think that actually works out pretty good. Of course, I replaced those bars for that. And at night, it actually, it pops. And then, of course, over here is the actual office. Nightclub manager. Of course, you know, privacy windows, so you can't see out, or technically in. Then, of course, I added a nice little seating area. Place to put all the dukes that are made. And then, of course, this side is just a mirror reflection, obviously. But again, I think it looks pretty good. Especially over here, because the more I looked at it, I was going to change up the railing, but I kind of like that, where you can stand here and watch, you can see the performers on stage. So I thought that was actually nice. And then if you're a performer. So, let's see. Oh, actually, and the bathrooms. We did a little bit of overhauling, but now we got two nice poopers in each side. And of course, because the plates act as a full function block, obviously you can't put nothing on here. But this did free up here, and since that is one of the outer side pillars, I figured, yeah, why not? We'll just sink it in there, make it look all fancy and whatnot. So I kind of like the way that looked. And of course, you know, if you're at a nightclub, you got to have mirrors. And of course, no different than over here. Same design. You know, people do need to poop. All right, let's go over here. And of course, the kitchen. Of course, you know, security. Now over here, it is a little bit too dark, but there's really no way around it. I could have lowered the ceiling if I really wanted to make it a little bit brighter. But for what it is, it's fine. I just didn't want to put a light, you know, over here, and I wanted to keep the cabinets, you know, but at least you have a serving area, you know, all that good stuff. But a nice little quaint, you know, kitchen for the guests. A little staff room, you know, for the employees here. You know, just somewhere to chill. They got some books, reading material, beverages, because, you know, they eat and drink for free. And, of course, you know, TV. And if we come out back, there's our dumpster. Ooh, there's a little frame drop right there. Yeah, these lights are definitely getting turned off after I get done with this, you know. And I thought about putting a light over here, but I didn't want it to distract it from here, you know. But you come up on stage. Of course, technically, this is where you'd probably have, like, your drums. And, you know, not bad. I mean, you gotta be a dull motherfucker to sing, but, you know. Of course, we left those. And, of course, we left those because those do represent, like, you know, speakers. But not bad. Not bad. I kind of like it. Nice little aesthetic. And then, of course, the add-on because, you know, gotta have a place for my talent. So nothing too extreme, but, you know, nice little seating area. You know, big TV, some books, beverages. Double security for another set of talent that's here. You know, make sure everybody's cozy. After the show, shenanigans, you know, all that wonderful good stuff. So, yeah, I think that looked pretty good. Even have the four spotlights still on there. That's what illuminates over here. Because there was a part of me that actually thought about putting them in the corner, but it looked kind of awkward and it didn't light up as I really wanted it. That's like originally I had lights on these poles. As you can see, we actually did replace all these with the red block. Give it more of a authentic feel, I think. Rustic, I guess. But originally, yeah, I wasn't even using these lights. I had the lamps on the sides, but it just didn't give enough light. So I figured, you know, to reduce the amount of lights that I use. Which didn't really reduce it a whole lot now when you really look at it. But we come out here, and that's it. Whew, that was a hell of a build, I'm not going to lie. Once I got my groove on that, it actually was smooth going. Because I'd climb the ladder, which I never did put a ladder to go to the roof. Of course, there's really nothing up there except for vents and ACs. But once I got my groove, yeah, I would just drill down and then nerd pull back up with what I needed. Did that all the way around, and that was time consuming. I swear to God, if I blow up, I'm going to laugh. Excuse you. So, yeah, I think that looked out pretty good. At least I'm happy with it. Alright. Look at that, I even got some extra tools. Go ahead and grab that. Let's see. Grab my bedroll. Don't think there's anything left I left. Now the challenge. Now, thankfully, the grass is done. I do believe all the way around. Oh, and I did go back and replace all the sides. So actually, here, let's so you can see what I've done. Yeah, you can see how I replaced all the sidewalk. But now here's the thing, as I was mentioning before, I'm trying to smooth things out. Because I'm not gonna lie, it kind of annoys me. Even though it doesn't really need to function, you know, it's not like it's a base that I'm living at and playing on. Here, let's smooth those down so you can see that. There we go. So yeah, it's actually more flush. But as I was saying before, like the wedge tips and the blocks, it would make it more streamlined. Oh, that's kind of weird. I didn't realize I should have made that grass. I might go back on that then. Because of, yeah, see that. But from a visual, at least on the ground, at least it will drive up a lot more smoother now. Yeah. So I guess I can't really argue with that. Yeah, if I was going to be a little bit more OCD, then yeah, I would want to... I'd want to tear up all the... If I wasn't doing the entire Hub City, let's put it that way. If I wasn't doing the whole Hub City, you know, I would go back and, you know, tear all that down. But that's just way too much effort. So let's get on to this one. Our final building of this block. And yeah, we're going to have to figure something out. I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do with this. So let's just go ahead and throw our bedroll down for the sake of it. Now we could put an entrance there. I mean, it is a pretty nice big 3-story building. Get that out of the way. Thankfully, we don't have to waste time on grass. Let's see. Yeah, well, we're going to figure it out. So, that was Club ZARI. That was the third POI. I think we've done pretty damn good. So, I think I'm going to leave this here. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the build. If anything I do actually spark some creativity in your builds, then actually that's a win. I kind of like building for that, because sometimes you don't think of something unless you see someone do it. So, you know, hopefully I can do that for you every now and then. But with that, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Yada, yada, yada. Hope everything is good. Stay safe. And until next time, everyone, take it easy.